morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the globe. Today we bring you another exciting episode from Fledgy Age, where we talk about plants, plant medicine, herbs, and everything organic gardening. In fact, my heart is so broken, but out of the brokenness of my heart, I want us to talk about something that is quite educative if you are having home organic gardening and you are having the same issues out there. And so the rainy season set in for us here in Ghana, where we're supposed to be doing a lot of planting and a lot of gardening so that we can have something to eat at home with our family and with our friends. And so we planted some tomatoes, and unfortunately, because the rains were so much, my tomato started having the blossom end rot disease, and it's quite disheartening seeing that my tomatoes were coming, and as they get bigger a little, you see that the bottom begins to get rotten, and it's very sad seeing them. But hey, never let that eat you up, because there is always a solution to every problem you have in your garden. And so don't let that break you up. But the question is, what causes this blossom end rot disease of the tomatoes? So like I said, the water was frequent, so the soil became very soggy. So the water became too much, let me put it that way, for the plants. And because of that, it developed that disease. So what are you going to do if that should happen to you? But sometimes it's also because the plant is lacking what we call calcium. So if there is also calcium deficiency in the soil, then the factors you can have, so too much watering causes that, and then calcium deficiency also causes that. So I realized that was what my fruit was lacking. Some of the factors that causes your tomatoes to have the blossom end rot disease is too much watering, too less watering, too much fertilizer, if there is insufficient calcium in the soil, if the roots of the plants are damaged, if there is low pH in the soil. So all these factors are factors that can cause your tomatoes to have blossom end rot disease. However, there is a way you can solve it. The truth is that this disease doesn't spread. It's not contagious. It doesn't affect other plants. But the best way you can do it is to remove the damaged ones, the damaged tomatoes from it once you detect the problem. However, I didn't remove them because I wanted to make a video out of it. So I didn't remove them. I left them there so that we can use that to learn our lessons. And so you remove them from there so that the other tomatoes can even have the space to blossom and to yield more fruit for you. The truth is, some of the factors may be beyond you. You can't control. None of us can control the rain. So most of the environmental factors that actually contribute to this blossom end rot disease, we cannot control. It's beyond us. But then we can limit the chances of our harvest being decimated so that at least we can harvest something from the plants. It won't be like we worked in vain. We should still cultivate and get some fruit out of it. So you have to ensure that you have a well-drained soil. So assuming it's raining, or assuming your beds are done in a way that when rain falls, it will stay in there and get stagnant, try to create a gutter probably underneath the soil where rain that is falling in the garden or the bed that you have created can have a place to pass from under the soil to come out so that you can have your harvest that you want to have at the end of it all. So you can also use things that will aid your soil not to maintain or keep water in there. So you can use materials such as compost or peat moss that is going to make it easy for your root to absorb calcium into the root. So if you give it more compost, then it means that you are introducing more calcium to the plant, or you are giving the plant some calcium nutrient so that they won't suffer from calcium deficiency and develop that disease. You can also decide to test your soil. In fact, to be frank with you, I tried to get some of the testing kits. I have never found one, but the testing kits are in some of the agri shop. When you go there, they have some. They can get you some. So if you get some from the agri shop, then hallelujah. You can get some to test your soil to make sure that the pH level of your soil, when you test it, you should have at at least it should be between 6.5 and 7.5. That is when you be sure that you have more calcium in the soil and your plants are going to do well. So always do well. If you have the chance to test your soil, do test your soil and make sure they are okay for your planting. I hope this video will help you and guide you too when you see this blossom end rot disease on your tomatoes. Like I said, if you see it first, you can just do away with that plant, or you can take that tomato that is suffering off the plant and try to reverse it so that you can have some harvest from your toil, so that your toil will not go vain. If you are out there and you are also a home organic gardener and you have other means of treating this blossom end rot disease of tomatoes, you can share with us so that our audience out there or our viewers out there would also learn something from it. Like I said, all we do here is to encourage home organic gardening where you can harvest something for yourself and for your family and friends. My name is Ninye, and I'll come your way again with another exciting episode when it comes to home organic gardening, plants and herbs. God bless you wherever you are. If you haven't shared our videos, please do share to people, family and friends. Let them also come and learn to cultivate something for themselves. God bless you wherever you are. Bye-bye.